Alright boys, here she is. Hell yeah. Okay boys, welcome to Mike's Redneck Patio. Look at this place. Jesus Christ. Alright, got a box here guys. Let's see what's happening. Alright boys, quick unboxing. I hate unboxings, but oh yeah. Oh, I love these things, man. I love the huge etching on the ends. That was a selling point for me. Other than the offset, that's what I needed, a long offset. But man, with my eyes going bad, getting older, I'm loving that. So, anyways, Eastwood, extra long double end box metric wrench set. Alright guys, I just have to give you a better look at these wrenches, man. It comes in this cool little compact like holder, which I love. It snaps and it's very compact, which I'm running out of space in my toolbox, so I love that. But I just got to show you the finish on these, man. Look at this. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but this etching has the Eastwood logo. The other side, look at that. Man, these are the nicest wrenches I own right now. They're nicer than some of my Snap-on stuff. But not that I'm a huge Snap-on fan, guys. They're so overpriced. I'm done with Snap-on anymore. But God, I paid 60 bucks for these, and I think you can even get them cheaper. But oh my God, these things are awesome. So, like I said, nobody sponsors me. I'm just letting you know what I think. I'll let you know how they hold up though. But they look quality. So there you go. Anyways, hey guys, so this is the latest engine build. If you guys remember a few videos back, this block, which I thought was cracked, and I would have put my life on it. I even put dye on the crack. And I was like, yeah, it's cracked. But I wasn't sure. I was like 95% sure. And I don't know if the lighting's getting this, but yeah, I went and got it magnaflexed, and they said it wasn't cracked, so I was like, hell yeah. So let's just run through the front of this. So alright guys, I got new pulleys, new tensioner, new ASIN water pump. It's weird how they scratch out the Toyota name, and they got the little ASIN symbol right there, sticker. Got an ASIN oil pump. I think that's ASIN. It's from a Camry, so this pulley's a little bit smaller to give it a little more oil pressure. Got a newer alternator. I'm gonna pull this out in the light, guys, so you guys can see it. Okay, is that better? I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but okay, so everything's new seals and everything. You guys, this is the head rebuilt. I rebuilt in the last video, and I got the valve cover painted. The color is Kia Molten Red. It's my favorite red. Base coat, clear coat. Same with the water neck. Base coat, clear coat, and Toyota oil filter. Got new hose from hell and new hose from hell on earth. I put VHT high heat paint on that, which I baked in the oven. That VHT paint really sucks if you don't bake it, but once it's baked, it's awesome because it bonds to that metal so strong. You can give it the old fingernail test. You ain't gonna scratch that shit once it's baked, but if you don't bake it, it really sucks. So got a new thermostat, I checked all the sensors, they're all good. I got the fuel rail. I kind of done a speckled paint job on this little thing, on this cover here, and got new O-rings, got CRC corrosion protection on all the bolts, so that's nice and clean. Even the Tiva stuff under here, I don't know if I'm getting this, I cleaned everything, painted it, even painted the molten red on the back of the alternator cover. I don't know why, because you'll never see it, but yeah. New timing belt, obviously. New everything, man. And I know what you guys are thinking. Mike, why don't you go Gen 4, Gen 5? And I might do a Gen 5. I already have a Gen 4. But I'm probably not going to do a K20 if that's what you guys are thinking in the near future. I don't want to hack up the cars. Plus, I love the way these engines run with like 300 to 350 horsepower. I love the torque range. It's way cooler than a K20 at 300 horsepower. I had a K20 CRX back in the day, and I am a huge Honda fan. But for the MR2s, I'm going to stick with the 3S GT. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this a good camera angle for you guys. Got eBay oil cap. I couldn't find the original, not one in good shape. So there is the build, boys. I don't know what turbo I'm running with yet, man. Maybe you guys can help me out. I'm trying to find a CT20B. That's kind of my go-to turbo when I rebuild these engines and redo a car. I don't know, I'm up for something else this time though. Probably gonna keep the engine right around 300 horsepower, maybe 350. I would love to have a ball bearing turbo. As long as I've been doing these builds and working on cars my whole life, I've never owned a ball bearing turbo, so I don't know. I know Garrett makes one, so we'll see. But obviously new rear main, new everything, guys. When I sell this car, if I sell this car, I always say I'm going to sell them, but I never do. If I sell it, somebody is going to get a really awesome car. Because this is for the Chicago MR2. And the Chicago MR2 is the same color as the valve cover here. Man, I'm really loving the way that turned out, this valve cover. Damn. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, guys, but it looks like it was dipped in glass. Oh, and guys, I do have a Cometic head gasket on this. I put these on all the 3S GTE engines I build. And you know what? When I got this in the mail, it was actually dusty. Like, that's how old the engine is. Like, this has been sitting on the shelf for a while. I thought it was kind of funny. Alright guys, so I gotta finish putting the intake on and all that stuff. The only reason that's not on, I am gonna sand down the intake and polish it, which is a huge pain in the ass. I'm waiting to put the distributor on until I get all the hoses on. And like I said, I put the exhaust manifold on the belt sander, so that's nice and flat. And when I figure out which turbo I'm gonna use, it'll all be together. Okay guys, that's it for now on this engine, but here is an update. That is for the Chicago MR2, and here is an update on the pile of shit Pittsburgh MR2. Well, I don't mean that, but right now I do. Remember when I said this engine had 178 compression on all 4 cylinders? That's what my compression check said. My compression tester was good, but when I did put a fuel pump in this thing and try to start it, it was hydro-locking. So coolant was getting in the cylinders, so I ended up pulling this engine apart, and I don't know, I was just hoping it was like a really blown head gasket, but the head gasket didn't look all that bad, and I know they can be bad without looking bad. That's one thing I know about these head gaskets, these composite gaskets. But anyways, So now I got this engine apart, and I'm gonna end up dropping it and magnaflexing the block. I already took the head and got it checked, or I got it hot tanked. I checked it myself. It's straight. Hopefully the block is didn't get warped, because the story on this, when I put the key in to try to start it, it did run for a little while, and I noticed that the temperature gauge wasn't working, so the temp sensor wasn't working. It was a bad temp sensor, so I know the guy that owned it before me overheated this thing, and we'll just take from there, guys. But anyways, yeah, that's what's up with this one. I'm gonna pull this engine out, and hopefully by the end of summer it's gonna look like that sweet baby over there, hopefully. Okay guys, a little update on the work truck. For those of you that care, if you notice, I got a new fender on the front. And you want to know why I got a new fender on the front? Because that wheel flew off. Not the wheel flew off, the wheel, the spindle, the hub, the caliper, the axle, all the tie rods, all the ball joints flew off with it. And guys, when it flew off, I was on a road going 35 miles an hour, and inside the cab, it sounded like a bomb exploded, and it created so much force when the tire broke off and all that metal, it bounced literally over the car that was coming in the oncoming lane next to me. I couldn't imagine what that lady was thinking, but it missed her completely and landed on the sidewalk on the other side of the street. And I'll show you the aftermath of what broke. And I'm only showing this to you guys because I thought it was funny. But yeah, everything here broke. And this is why you don't use Duralast fucking ball joints, because they suck. Toyota ball joints never break like this. Look at that. Serious, man. So the rear ball joint broke, and just the force broke everything else with it. You know, I had to redo brake lines, and it was freaking scary, man. I almost rolled the truck. But hey, I learned a lesson. And you know what? That Duralast ball joint, that's the second Duralast ball joint I had on this side. I had them in the garage, so I used it, and they literally don't even last 30,000 miles. Where the Toyota ball joints, I got 260,000 miles on this truck, and the Toyota ball joints lasted 200,000. So, God, thought you guys might think that was kind of interesting. So that's what's up with the truck. New fender, I painted that. I got the old one sitting over here. You can see it. That's my sheet metal scrap pile. That's what a proper redneck does, guys. Give me a break. But anyways, guys, that's what's up, and hopefully we will be getting this engine in soon. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call the video right there, guys. Hey, take it easy.